Welcome, heroes, to another exciting episode of Heroes of History, all things beta. And in this episode, we're going to explore the seasonal offering from Heroes of History, the new Arcane heroes, a couple mechanics that I find interesting. So let's take a look. So we got Ada Blackjack and Kivik, however you pronounce that. Maybe one of my Eskimo brothers, my Inuit gamers, can tell me how you pronounce that name. But anyway, Ada Blackjack I found interesting. And I always like the history behind these. This is the real Ada right here. And what it amounts to, she was hired on as a cook and seamstress for a group of 4 explorers that were going to be exploring the Arctic. When they got there, and after some period of time, the supplies that were supposed to be restocked for them didn't show up. So the 4 guys took off looking to see where the supplies were or could they get more supplies, and they left her to hold down the fort. Well, they never came back. So for the next 2 years, she survived on her own and taught herself how to trap and to hunt and all those various things so that she could. And her only companion was her cat, which you saw on her shoulder. In fact, this Discord did hint at the fact that one of the heroes was going to have a pet. So there you go. So there's Ada Blackjack, and a survivor, man. She's a hero. All right, so let's take a look a little further. And one thing I noticed was with the event reward track, it is pretty much the same. Now, one thing I noticed, and maybe somebody can confirm this for me, I counted up for the first time maybe all of the antimatter, the arcane antimatter, and it's 24, which sounds pretty generous to me for this track. I mean, for like $13 to activate, you know, you get 24 pulls on the arcane, and you can save them. If you don't like the hero you get, you can save them, which is nice, you know, for any time you want to pull. So again, it was all pretty much the same. Again, 24, is that always been 24? Somebody tell me, please. Leave it in the comments. But that's that. So let's take a little closer look at the heroes and see what they're going to offer to us in the game. So Ada Blackjack, initial charge 8, regular charge, especially if you get her initial charge down using some equipment or a relic, those kinds of things. And attack and defense pretty much even up. Hit points pretty good. And that's, of course, is at level 140. So what I found is a majority of the 4-star heroes are much more general and much easier to use in many different circumstances. Whereas many of the 5-star heroes, which I don't have many to begin with because my luck sucks. I mean, I am like the 4-star king, and you'll see why if you watch till the end of the video why I call myself the 4-star king. Anyway, so let's take a look at the actual ability that she's going to give to us, and a shield of about 200 and let's call it 70. I love all these fractions. I just want to make it 270 of her base damage and cleansing of all negative effects. So we're seeing a lot of that here coming up, this cleansing of negative effects, which is really putting an old punch to Maria Curie, right? Is it Maria Curie? I believe it is, right? You always see her every arena, man. She's there throwing that crap at me there. So, but the Rod of Asepsis has kind of stopped that a little bit. But anyway, so she's up for base damage, which so many of the abilities seem to be based on, right? Was the base damage. So not bad, but my only question was, is it how effective is giving everyone in the group a shield, right? You have Pakal the Great, and you've got Louis the 14th, who pretty much give it to the largest group and or the guys in the front, right? The guys in the front, which is where you really need the shield most of the time. So I was questioning how effective this would be, and we'll see here. I have some examples. I did end up pulling her. So that's her. And then we have a Kiv, I'm going to call him, a little bit longer, 10 seconds, 12 and a half. And for what he does, I don't know if that's going to be effective. We'll see. You can see his attack and his defense are way higher. Again, being a 5-star, right? So we'll have to see how effective he is. And his ability is going to shield himself and transfer 100% of the incoming ability damage. Only ability damage, which again is the majority of the damage, right? Taken by allied heroes to himself. So it's a spirit link type of thing, you know, and again, I've seen it work sometimes, that type of spirit link thing, and other times it hasn't really done anything, you know, for for the guys I was fighting in the arena. So we'll have to see. I can't vouch for him. As again, I did pull Ada and had a chance to use her a little bit. So let's take a look at how she's going to react in the game. And I did, as I said, pull her, and I got her to level 38 at this point. The first two examples, she was level 33, I believe, 33, 36. Anyway, and then the last example, she is the full level 38. So we'll see how effective she is. Is she worth pulling for? You tell me. So I did give her a little bit of equipment, and again, her abilities, I bumped them up to a level 11. Cheap enough to do that, right? To get them to level 11. And as you can see, for each level of ability, she gets approximately 3% increase of the shield that she's going to give based on her base damage. And then again, cleansing of negative effects. And everybody's always trying to lay them in negative effects on you, so that's not bad. So we'll see. And then again, I give her some basic equipment. My beta account, all of my characters, heroes, are like between level 30 and 40. So I'm only like level 2 on the historic battles. So, but again, I'm going to try to increase her base damage. And if you noticed, I got it up 20 points higher, which is almost 10%. So, and there she is, base damage up. I got a really good one there. Base damage, attack speed, base damage, and base damage. So we'll see how much effect that has. And I did give her just a basic relic to help her survive. Anytime any of your opponents steals a little bit of that juice, right? All right, so let's take a look at the first scenario here. Okay, not quite yet. So here's one of those new mechanics I was talking about. I think this is kind of cool. Obviously, this isn't for free to play. I am not a free-to-play player. Am I a whale? No, not by any stretch of the imagination. I'm more generally like a catfish, mucking around on the bottom, right? But this past month was my birthday, and the Book of the Dead attracted me so much because my boy Ken Shi could use it so well. And he is probably one of the most versatile heroes out there. Him and Menz. You see them all the time, no matter where you go. Ken Shi and Menz. So I wanted to get the Book of the Dead maxed, which isn't easy with all these little mini events. So I was more like a carp, big goldfish this month because it was my birthday. I figured I'd treat myself. So, but this is kind of cool. A lot of times you get a hero, and it's going to take you weeks to get them up to a playable level. With everything you have to do. So here, if you really want to invest, you get a good one. You imagine getting a good 5-star you've been waiting for months, or even a good 4-star you've been waiting for months, and give you the opportunity to bump them up relatively quickly. Like with her, if I was really looking for her and I knew that she was a very powerful character, I wouldn't mind spending $18. Get her level 40 just like that. So, but you have to make that judgment on your own. So free to play, you're free to play. If everybody were free to play, there'd be no game to play, right? So I don't mind supporting Heroes of History. This is a hobby to me. It's not just some game I play. This is a hobby to me. So it brings together all of the things I enjoy in gaming. So let's move on. I'm digress. So again, if you're interested, every time you get a new hero, they're going to make that offer to you. So here's something cool too. It's like salad bar, right? You can mix and match. And again, $9, not bad. What's that? A specialty coffee or a burger at Burger King or something. So, I can cut those things out, the junk food, the fast food, and the coffee's out. I got my coffee here, right? I don't need coffee. And I could spend a couple dollars here, man. 420K gold? Wow. And then, of course, it's offering me a lot of the resources to bump up my research and buildings and all that kind of thing. So, not bad. Nice addition. If you want it, it's there. Here we go. Let's give old Ada Blackjack a workout and see what we think, huh? Be a campaign. It was a brand new level. So level 3, you can see right there. We got the Fuyu brothers. They're bad news, man. They kick you. They kick you right in the butt. So I got Mems, of course, and Ahsoka, and the Baron and Hercules. I mean, I'm not like I'm not using some good characters, good heroes. So, but as you can see, that shield comes in and boom, and it seems a lot faster than 8 seconds to me. Of course, this is sped up, but It seems a lot faster than 8 seconds to me. But she keeps popping it, man, over and over and over again. So there you go. First time out for that. And I won. So I'm on the leading edge of the campaign, and she contributed. So that's good for me. So here we go. This is an arena, and it didn't give you a chance to see, but I am outmatched by almost 2,000 battle points. Okay, they have a level 50 Bodokia, the red-haired Celt chick, and they have a level 50 Mulan. So I'm way outgunned. 2,000 BP and 2 level 50s fighting 4 level 40s and 8 at blackjack at level 36. So let's see how this ends up. Back and forth, back and forth. There's the shield. Oh, look at that, man. Idana was able to take out a level 50 Mulan because of the shield. That let her survive long enough to get her wackadoodle in, get that staff and whack old Mulan. And there you go. We got the old yin-yang symbol right there on the ground. All right, so here we go. Ooh, boom, boom, boom. The shield him. Yep. William Tell gets Ashoka. We get that. And there we go, man. So the shield did come into play. It allowed me those few extra seconds of staying alive so that I could get my specials off. And there you go. You can see the difference in the BP right there. 10.5, 7.5 against my 88.06. So almost 2,000. Yeah, well, almost 2,000 points difference. So I'm impressed so far. All right, so a third test is going to be a historic battle. Okay, and again, I have not gotten very far in that because of the level of my characters. So here we are, laid out. This is needing 79 for old Leonidas and 62 for the 300. And we've got old Hashitfoot. I'm horrible at these names. I apologize. And we've got Tiger Lily. I can pronounce that one. And then we got Ada Blackjack guarding the 300. And then down here we have Ashoka. We got Lincoln, which was a lucky pull for me. Hell, I don't even have him in my other server, my main server. And then we're using, I always call him the Baron, but whatever his name is. And we'll see. Let's see how this works out. And that shield coming up, man. Boom, shielded everybody. We're healing everybody. We're shielding everybody. So that's always the tough lane, is the one at the top, right? Everybody who's playing this knows it. That's the tough lane. And I haven't been able to beat this as of yet. So let's see if Ada Blackjack has an impact. Now, my Hashitfoot, she died. And I said, well, I'm done. There's no way I'm going to win this if I've already lost one of my characters, my healers. But the shield came in enough times to allow Tiger Lily the time to charge so that she could then heal everybody. So I was quite impressed, to be honest with you. To me, I've never won one of these so easily. So again, she paid off. So again, I highly recommend that you pull for her, but that's up to you. You tell me in the comments what you think about it. And I just had to, as a proud father, I had to show off my Kinshi. All right. So here he is, guys, level 70. Every arena match. He's in every arena match. So if you ever come against me, expect to see him, right? So I got all of his armor maxed, or his equipment. Got some nice base damages. Get that heal up and so forth. And there it is, man. Book of the Dead. Level 10. Level 10. Again, I spent a couple bucks, so shoot me. But, yeah, it works really well on him because he heals himself, right? So, and it's an 8-second heal. So all I see is that book flashing the entire time. I don't know if it's really getting me to 10 times, but it is healing over that period of time. So the book just flashes the entire time when he goes off. And he's another one who goes off really fast. By the time his blade ends up spinning, he's getting ready to fire off another one. So highly recommended character. I was lucky enough, again, being the 4-star king, I was lucky enough to already completely wake him up. He's waked. Wake up. So yeah, I got the 2-second reduction. All that. So, I mean, he is a monster. He's a monster in the arena. he's a monster in the campaign. I mean, because you got so many of those scenarios where you're just fighting masses of warriors, and he cleans them up. So anyway, guys, that's where it's at. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, remember, keep your head in the game.